What's up, everybody? Blaze over here at Blue Chip Athletic Club. Today we're talking through a little bit of tennis or golfer's elbow. I'm currently struggling with a little bit of it myself, and I just want to talk you through how we're going to help alleviate a lot of that pain, discomfort, and continue to train so that we can keep seeing our results that we're looking to see. So first things first, I really love this little peanut roller. Basically, you can grab these on Amazon. I think they're like 15 bucks, but basically it's like two lacrosse balls that are almost like fused together. I like to use this to kind of roll out. So a lot of times when you have tennis or golfer's elbow, it's either going to be in the inside or the outside of the elbow. It's because you have some sort of deferred issue, whether that's in the forearm or in the upper arm. So biceps, triceps, or somewhere around the forearm is typically going to be where that comes from. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and address some tightness in each of those areas. So first things first, we're going to hit on the forearm with the peanut. So I'm basically going to come down over this box here. Notice how I'm kind of standing up behind it. And I'm basically just going to kind of roll along that tissue and try and find some like tight areas. So what I'm doing, you'll notice that my wrist is kind of rotating around. What I like to do is I like to kind of just like put it in a spot and then rotate my wrist around a little bit. I'm doing a little less pressure right now. If you want a little more, take that free hand off and you can press down and you'll start to get a little bit more pressure here. So I'm doing kind of the underside of the forearm, testing around with my wrist, and then kind of working through. Now, you can go like so, and then what I like to do too is I like to kind of flip my hand upside down and then get down towards the box, and now I can roll the top side. A little tougher to get additional pressure, but you can still roll along the top of that forearm, and then typically you're gonna find a spot that's a little tight. So for me, right there is pretty tight. A lot of times when you get some sort of golfer's or tennis elbow, maybe we'll call it pickleball elbow now, it's not necessarily from playing those sports, they're just kind of like the tabletop name. What it can be from is doing some heavy carries, hard training, can end up doing some of those things. So either of those kind of rolling techniques on the forearm are going to be super effective. Next thing you can do is you can roll now biceps and triceps. Both sides are going to be super effective. So we'll start tricep roll. I'm basically going to plant, again, that peanut here. I'm going to come down onto the box, and I'm going to now apply a little bit of a pressure point with my hand on top. And really start to kind of dig in. You know, triceps have 3 attachment points, hence the name tri. I'm gonna try to not complain too much about how much this is uncomfortable for me. So quick discussion about pain versus discomfort. Pain when we're doing any of these things is obviously not okay, but discomfort typically is. It means you're probably getting close to what the root cause is. So a little uncomfortable is okay. If you're in like a bunch of pain, then, let's do something else. And get away from that. So roll the triceps out. Now you can flip over again. Same thing with the biceps. Throw that kind of in that groove of the peanut and then work now on this side. Sometimes I like to go all the way up into the shoulder. Feels real good. And I'll kind of roll around. So that's kind of the peanut. A couple other things you can do. Whether you have access to a box or not, doesn't really matter. You can go ahead and grab your fingers and get a nice big pull. And we're stretching now that forearm out, kind of up this way. Next thing I like to do is I like to kind of grab the top of my knuckles here, and then we'll pull down. If you don't, for some reason, have an ability to do this yourself, you can always use a box. So whether you want to do both hands or one hand at a time, you can be here. I like to kind of step back. You can get a really, really good stretch here out of the hands, leaning away. If you want to bend your elbows a bit, you can really get into that as well. Other wrists that you can do is you can plant your wrist kind of here into the box, and you can open and close almost like you're trying to grab a ball, like so. This is another really effective move. So there's a couple. We kind of address rolling, lower parts of the tissue, upper parts of the tissue. Now what I want to get into a little bit is our ways that we can stretch out our tris. So again, if I have this issue, it could also be from above the joint, aka above the elbow, where we're having it. So if you grab yourself a band and kind of notice how I'm attached to this rack here. Sometimes if you have a TRX, that works too. And you're basically just gonna step forward until you get a little stretch out of it, and then you'll hold here. You can lean into it if you have a nice heavy band. Oh, baby. And now this is gonna kind of get you in. Oh, yep, it feels good. Another way you can do it here, so tricep stretch there. You can go bicep stretch. You can go bring this band now behind you and then get a little twist. Notice how I'm kind of twisting here, letting my shoulder build a little bit. Oh, here I can roll my wrist down. Now I'm palm down. Turn to the side of it so you can see. Palm down, and then I'll kind of floss through high to low, high to low. Oh, get a little bit of movement there. Oh my goodness. And stretch that out. So a couple options there on the stretching portion for the triceps and biceps as well with a band. Last but not least, you don't have access to a ball, you don't have access to a band, and you just want to give yourself a little bit of relief. You can always kind of use your offhand and kind of just grab and press into this tissue here, whether that's in, see, mine's really tight right here above the forearm. Oh, and I think it's because I've been doing a lot of carries recently, and it's getting to be something that I don't want to get worse. So if you can kind of just dig in, oh my gosh, into that area, you can also get a little bit out of it as well. So you can dig in, press, and kind of do a little bit of exploration here with that opposite hand into the forearm and then above the elbow as well. Now, unfortunately, there's no magic pill in time where I'll be like, oh yeah, you know, I've healed my tennis or golfer's elbow from just doing this one day. Typically, this is from weeks or months of neglect, especially in my case here, because I've been training really heavy. So I'm gonna have to try and do this pretty much every day for the next couple of weeks and see how my pain is. See, I'm getting in here by the tricep too, and this is another spot that's really tight, and I actually feel it down in my pinky. Oh, so I know that we're working there. So keep at it. Make sure that you're kind of addressing yourself, finding where you are. You can make unique changes to your training protocols so that you're able to kind of train around it. So, you know, for example, if you're somebody who usually does like a dumbbell loaded lunge, you can go with a barbell along your back. You can find a different way so you can train so that you're not doing so much grip training, pull-ups, really, really hard gripping motions. So that's what we're gonna be doing for the next couple of weeks. We're looking to minimize the amount of time that I'm spending death gripping anything and trying to make sure that we give ourselves some time to heal. So hope that helps you guys out and reduces your tennis elbow or golfer's elbow symptoms. Let us know if you guys have any questions. If you need access to a Peanut or a TRX or bands or whatnot, click the link below. We've got all of the links there in our website page, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.